Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news. Breaking, the deal is advancing for Xavi Simons, ladies and gentlemen. The deal is advancing. Is looking good, bruv. The personal terms, I think, is just around the corner. And then after that, club-to-club conversation. This is moving quick now. This really is. This seems to be the next attacking player that we're going to get, by God willing. And look, overall, do you know what? I'm satisfied. Off the back of what Eunice delivered in All You Can Eat Chelsea yesterday, if you've missed that, do check that out. I'm convinced now. I'm trusting my man Eunice on this, and I've seen some footage as well. Obviously, previously I've seen Xavi Simons play, but not as much. I don't follow Leipzig as often. I don't follow Bundesliga as often. And I always thought it was a decent player. My only concern was off the ball. Can he do the job that the Premier League demands? And my man Eunice is saying more than you can believe. More than you can believe. Look, the most important factor in this situation is he's a smart footballer. He's a smart character. So hopefully, with all the caliber of quality that we have already at Chelsea Football Club, he can flourish even more. And players like João Pedro, players like Cole Palmer, players like Pedro Neto, and many more that we have can feed off of Xavi Simons' playmaking ability. He can score goals as well. He's got that shooting technique. Overall, he's a very, very good player. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't be any more happier than what I am. Well, of course, I can be, but I'm very satisfied at the moment. With the kind of business that we're doing, the players that we're getting rid of, the players that we're bringing in, it's looking good. I know other clubs, the rivals, they're doing some mad business. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. But we are doing decent business as well, man. We really are. For the first time, the ownership, the directors, I feel like we are doing business that is required for the team. And it's not just willy-nilly unnecessary players that seem fine, but it doesn't make sense overall, which is what happened last summer. I kid you not. Go check out all my videos from last summer. You'll see a lot of the times we're like, yeah, he's a good player, but it don't make sense to me. This time around, yeah, it's a decent player, and it does make sense to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, breaking from the Fabrizio Tomato face, understand Chelsea are advancing in talks with Xavi Simons on personal terms. We're advancing. Xavi keen on the move and open to joining Chelsea. Direct talks in progress to agree contract details and terms. I love this. And apparently it shouldn't be a problem because it should be within our 150,000 wage structure, the wage bill that we have. And we should be able to get the personal terms in no time. After that, hopefully club-to-club conversations, and it's roughly around that 50 to 60 million pounds mark, which seems to be the benchmark these days for most decent players. Chelsea want to be fast ahead of club-to-club talks with Leipzig. So fantastic, great, and apparently, Leipzig want to do this now even more, and I'll tell you why. The next news is going to blow your mind, which is fantastic. But this is good, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we see Xavi Simons at Chelsea Football Club ASAP. He can start the preseason with us. I know preseason is still quite a few more weeks away. In fact, it's not really. It's probably about a couple of weeks away, to be honest. And then we start with the preseason games, and then in 3 weeks' time, or close to just a tad bit more, 3 weeks' time, the new season starts. So Xavi Simons hopefully can be part of all of that, and we can go gun-ho for the Premier League and the Champions League. Big tournaments coming up for us. We want to be very competitive in the Carabao Cup and in the FA Cup as well. So domestic cups, we're not gonna let it go. So this news is great. It's advancing. We're gonna hopefully see a personal terms agreed very, very soon, imminently. And another reason why Leipzig wants to deal with us, ladies and gentlemen, it's because of this. Chelsea position on Carney Chukwuemeka remains clear, as revealed 2 days ago. Only permanent sale. We only want no more loans. Look, unfortunately, we don't see him as part of our future. Sad. I think Injuries have ruined all of that. I still think he's a special player. I still think there is, he's going to be something. Most likely he's going to be something. And if it means that he needs to do all of that in the Bundesliga, so be it. Borussia Dortmund have only offered a loan so far, and Red Bull Leipzig, there you go, Red Bull Leipzig are now also keen on the deal, as that person and Florian Plettenberg reported more talks to follow. Let's go to Florian Plettenberg, because he was actually the one that reported this not that long ago. So check this out. Let me see if I can bring up that tweet. There you go. It was actually done 10 hours ago. It was this one. Let's have a look at this. Exclusive. It was very, very late UK, or maybe early UK morning. Red Bull Leipzig are now pushing to sign Carney Chukwuemeka. Leipzig have opened talks over the 21-year-old central midfielder from Chelsea. He's still 21. He's still young, man. He's still got so much time left to flourish into a fantastic footballer. Sad it's not going to work out at Chelsea, but I hope wherever he goes, Carney Chukwuemeka, I only wish the best for you. Further steps are planned for Wednesday. Leipzig have now also been informed that Chelsea want to sign Xavi Simons. Red Bull are prepared to sell. A verbal agreement between Xavi and Chelsea is close, but not 100% done yet. Fantastic. So we've got an asset that Red Bull Leipzig feels that, do you know what? He's a good player to get. Let's get him. And we obviously have our eyes set on Xavi Simons. This is where, do you know what? This whole project under this ownership, it's coming to fruition. It really is. Finally, but it's making sense now because we're in the right direction. It doesn't make sense when we're not in the right direction, because first of all, you have to be in the right direction. That is paramount. And then all of these stuff that you want to do, the nitty-gritty stuff, it makes sense. See, we've got an asset, Carney Chukwuemeka, that we don't have any future for. Red Bull Leipzig wants him. No problems. Have him, pay the money, and we want Xavi Simons. Let's get into this business relationship and let's foster and blossom our relationship and see what we can do in the future as well, because Nkunku could be linked too. So great situation, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, it's great to have a player that we can give, and in return, if we can get another one back, always fantastic. So Red Bull Leipzig, let's handshake. Let's get this done. Check this out. Next one, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Nkunku's exit from Chelsea this summer remains almost guaranteed. Nkunku wants to play more, with several top clubs keen in the background. Chelsea are open to selling him since January. More contacts will follow soon. And I think he's probably off to Bundesliga too, whether it's Bayern Munich, whether it's maybe even Leipzig. You never know. Maybe it's even Dortmund. Who knows? Bundesliga teams, please knock on the door. Apparently, the price tag has dropped from the initial 60 million, which I think was a bit mad, but it's somewhere around 40 million, which is about right, which is about the right price for Nkunku. There's still quality about him. The only issue is it didn't work out at Chelsea Football Club and in the Premier League, because I feel like, the intensity required in the Premier League, Nkunku is just not up for that. And his injuries have killed his situation as well, much like Carney Chukwuemeka. I think in the Bundesliga, this guy's going to absolutely rip it apart, which he has previously. So let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, some fantastic news. Xavi Simons hopefully is going to be a here we go for us very, very soon. I can't wait to get his jersey. I really cannot. With that Club World Cup badge, as you saw Matisse have that on All You Can Eat Chelsea, I think it's going to look fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. How excited are you for Xavi Simons? I think is going to turn out to be a decent player. He's going to fit what we want to do, the system that we want to play, versatile across many positions. And if he works hard the way Yunus has said, then I believe maybe there's a good player that we have with Xavi Simons, who's been linked with Chelsea Football Club for a while. So big season coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.